Hello students, this is video number 8 of class 6 science. Today in this video lecture we will start chapter number 5, separation of substance. Topics which we are going to cover here are what is matter, pure substance and mixture, types of matter, homogeneous and heterogeneous, need for separation of mixture, separation of substance, which include 4 steps. First one is separation of solid from solids, which includes hand picking, threshing, winnowing, sieving, magnetic separation. Second is separation of insoluble solids from liquid, which includes methods of sedimentation, decantation, loading, and filtration. Third, third is separation of water-soluble solids, which includes evaporation and distillation. And the last one is separation of immiscible liquids, which include funnel and churning. In this, today, in the part 1 of our video lecture, we will complete till the second one, that is separation of insoluble solids from liquid. What is matter? Object that takes up space and have mass are called matter. Everything around us is made up of matter. Yes. Whatever we see around us which takes some space and have some mass, it is known as matter. Here are the different examples you can see of solid, liquid and gaseous. They all have mass and they occupy space. Now coming to pure substance and mixture. Pure substance consists of particles of only one kind. They melt and boil at fixed temperature. Example, salt and water. Yes, very well, you can observe salt. You take a small amount of salt in your hand, you can find that it is uniform. Okay, it consists of only one kind of particle, no different particles are there. Next is mixture. Mixture consists of two or more types of pure substance. They do not melt or boil at fixed temperature. Examples are soil, seawater, etc. Soil. If you go to your garden and take a handful of soil, you will find that soil is made up of different particles inside it. It is known as mixture. Coming to next types of mixture. There are two types of mixture, homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous. Homogeneous mixture, they have uniform composition. Example, air, tea and etc. And many other examples are also given over here in picture. You can see milkshake, orange juice, coffee. They are known as homogeneous. Uniformity is there. Next is heterogeneous mixture. These do not have uniform composition. Example, soil and many other examples are there. You can see in the picture, like when you prepare a fruit salad at your home, your mother give you fruit salad to eat. You will find that different fruits are used and it is not uniform. Some fruits are more in quantity, some are less in quantity. And the another example is milk and cornflakes which you eat. You can find, you can see the quantity of milk and you can see the quantity of cornflakes. It is different. So it is a heterogeneous. Next, what is the need for separation? First, to remove an undesirable component. Yes, we separate. Why? Because we don't want that substance, that undesirable component which is present in the mixture. Next, to remove harmful component. Yes, any harmful components are there in the mixture, then we remove it so that we can obtain a useful component. Next is to obtain the pure sample of a substance. Yes, sometimes this separation is done to obtain pure sample of the impure one is discarded and pure sample we get. And next, to obtain two useful components of mixture. Yes, here you can see the picture, two picture written given over here, two useful components of mixture. You can see one of the mixture where from milk butter is being taken out and from tea leaves is being separated. So these are the things why we require separation, why separation is necessary. Next, coming to separation of substances. First is separation of solids from solid. First process involved is in this is hand picking. Hand picking means to take out by hand. This method is used to separate those mixture where one of the component is in small size and it can be picked up easily by hand. That Example of this is simple example is to separate stone from rice. You must be seeing your mother picking up when she is cleaning the rice before cooking. She picks up the stone and she throws, and only the rice is there. Next, second is threshing. It is the process in which stalk of paddy, wheat, etc. are beaten to separate grains from the stalk and form the chaff that covers the grain. Yes, threshing is done. Here you can see the picture. The process of threshing is being shown. In one picture, you can see people taking the gray and this one stalk of grains like wheat or rice in their hand, and they are beating it. The heads of the grain they are beating so that the grains are getting separated. And next one, it is done with the help of machine. It is done with the help of machine, in which it is being these grains are separated from the chaff. Next process is winnowing. Winnowing is the method of separating lighter substances from the heavier one with the help of wind. Yes, this process winnowing, you can see a lady standing on the higher end and she is doing winnowing. And here you can see that the heavier particle it settles down and the lighter one it is blown away by the wind to some other place. It is used to separate husk from various types of grains like wheat, rice, etc. Next is sieving. Sieving is used to separate substances having different sizes by passing them through a sieve. Example to separate bran from wheat, flour, etc. You can see very well after seeing the picture you can understand how sieving is done. You must have seen your mother doing sieving before cooking something before before cooking like she before using wheat or flour for cooking chapati and all. The sieving is done. Next is magnetic separation. Magnetic separation means separation of mixture by using a magnet. Example, mixture of iron filling and sulfur. Yes, when there is mixture of iron filling and sulfur, then what is done? It is with how they are separated. It is separated with the help of magnet. Magnet is taken and it is kept over the sulfurs so that the iron fillings they get attracts toward the magnet. It is also this process is also used in big industries and all to separate scrap metal and iron ores. Next is separation of solids from liquids. That separation of insoluble solids from liquids. First one is sedimentation. What is sedimentation? You would have studied this in your junior classes also. Sedimentation is the method of separating two components in such a way that the heavier substance settles down. Yes, when you mix two substances, one solid and one liquid, when you mix it up, if they are immiscible, what happened? After some time, you will see that the heavier substance, which is insoluble, is settles down and clear water floats in. Now, this is sedimentation, and then after this, decantation is carried out to obtain the clear water. In decantation, what happens? The pouring out of liquid from a vessel without disturbing the sediment, which has settled, which is a settled matter, is called decantation. In picture, you can see the sediment is there, which is there in the container, yellowish in color, and the clear water is being taken out in the other jar. This is known as decantation. Next is loading. Loading is the process in which alum particles are deposited on suspended clay particle of muddy water to make them heavy and settle down rapidly. Yes, in this what happens after decantation also it happens that some of the particles are left. So what happened? Some of the particles are still suspending on water. Then what happens? The alum particle is sticking, and this alum is suspended in the water. Alum, what happened? These suspended particles, small particles which has not settled down, this will get attracted toward the alum and it will settle down. The clear water will be floating. This way, loading is done. Next is filtration. The process of separating insoluble substance from a liquid is called filtration. Here you can see the picture very well how filtration is done. Simple example is filtration of this tea, separating tea leaf from tea. It's done as through filtration. Now, this was the end of your part 1. Thank you, students. Soon I will be uploading the next part of this chapter. Notes will be uploaded soon on your parents' portal. Thank you.